Hey guys, what's up? All right. It's Double Deuce on the loose here. Today we got two carburetors. So grab your favorite smoke, beverage, and popcorn, and we're gonna fire this thing up and let it run for a minute. I'm gonna show you a couple of different videos of the first start, and then I've been playing. So here we go. I'm going to put up a small video clip of it running and then some other ones. The problems I'm having are it doesn't want to start when it's hot. Once it heats up, it's tough to start. Cold, it fires right up. So I don't know if I'm getting heat soak, vapor lock. I don't know. I did put the plate on the top here. I just blocked off the carb, drilled two more holes, the 15 millimeter holes, and these are, like I say, the same carburetors, and both 15 millimeter bores in them. So one's just a little bit bigger, and I think it's the casting difference, that's all. Another problem I'm having is the fuel pump in these carburetors. There's no I guess trigger hole for it to pulse, you know, as the piston goes up and down. But I did notice on a 4-stroke Craftsman weed eater, that's what these carbs are basically off of. They're a 4-stroke carburetor. There was a opening that just went right to the intake hole. So what I did is I just made some flat gaskets here out of gasket material. This stuff here, you can buy this at your auto parts store. And what I did is I ground the slot from that pulse hole right to the barrel, you know, of the carburetor. It has a nice, insane sudden acceleration, and it has a really nice surge to the idle when it's running. And I've tweaked these carbs back and forth, and it's either, I've even played with the ignition timing on it. This thing has 2 distributors in the back, so it's really kind of difficult. I wish they were to just put one, you know, that way, because these are, you can advance and disadvance them. So it would have been a lot nicer to have one distributor cap, one distributor, and it would eliminate chasing a lot of problems. But I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know if it's going to go in something and run for a long time. That's the problem. It gets hot really fast. And I did notice when the distributors heat up, that's when it starts getting soggy and it doesn't want to rev. So I don't know if it's heating up the Hall sensors or what the problem is there yet. But so far I've worked out a lot of other things, but just to get the twin carbs on there, yeah, that was my goal for now, and I'll deal with the rest later. And my egg and pepper fix is still working. It hasn't leaked yet. So actually the front bearing's going out of the water pump, because you can hear it whirring away there and a belt's flapping back and forth. So they did send me a new water pump, because I knew this one was gonna fail, just by the way it was sounding. So, but I'll do another oil change here, and like I say, this thing could use an oil cooler, because the oil gets blistering hot in this thing. And I'm thinking about taking one of the small radiators that they had sent out with like the first design water cooled engines they had. I have an extra tiny radiator. I might just cut these and run some tubes down here and run them in and out, you know, because it's I don't know. There's a lot to fathom here, you know. I mean, they gave us something really cool, and I would love to put the supercharger on my Enjomore V8. I mean, that would be killer. This thing is a serious supercharger. When you put the smaller pulley on it and overboost it, you know, you'll hear it in the video. It's pretty crazy. It revs like instantaneously. But as I get the RPMs up with the throttle, it starts to like die out. So I don't know if it's losing fuel. It does that. The hotter it gets, the more that it bogs. And I don't know if it needs like an accelerator pump to overcome that. I've tried richening up the high ends, and it just drowns it. It won't run. And I've leaned these back out and richened up the idle circuits in here, and it seems to run best at that. So maybe the carbs are too big. I don't know. You know, this is like putting two Dominators on your little 4-cylinder Honda. You know, I mean, this, I know it's a V12, but the cubic inch of this thing is pretty small. So I don't know what the compression ratio is in this thing. And to actually, I have a micro timing light, and I've used it on the Sisson V8. I used it on the Toyin V8, and you know, you got to find top dead center. But see, those only have one distributor, and I can mark this lower pulley on, because this has two distributors. I have to do the front bank here and the rear bank here as far as top dead center goes. So now I'm going to have two marks on my pulley and try to remember which mark is what. So I might need a couple of different markers, like a red and a black marker for that. That way I know, you know, I can tell the difference between the distributors. One thing I did notice on this thing, there's no blow-off valve on here at all on the supercharger. You know, you think they would have put it like a little spring-loaded blow-off valve, so, because this thing has backfired and sneezed a couple of times when I was messing with the timing on it, and man, I tell you what, it didn't sound happy for a minute there. I thought you know, it was going to do some damage to the supercharger, or, you know, blow the gasket out or something. But so far, here's the run video of it. I got a couple of them. I'll start off with the one I just did here. That one, like I say, you'll see the hard start problem when I'm trying to start it, and then the other ones were just cold starts while I was trying to mess with the idle circuits on here. So, but here's the video. pretty sick, I'll say. Okay, guys. Yeah, hope you liked it. Like I say, it's been like 4 days straight I've been working on this supercharger and trying to get the carbs went right on it easy. But, you know, like, share, subscribe if you want. Tell your friends. Put your comments down below. And there'll be more to come on this V12. So, you know, now it makes me want to get my Enjomore V8 out. Because that thing does not, even when it gets hot, it just overheats. It doesn't stop running. It doesn't vapor lock or whatever's happening in this situation. Because this engine did vapor lock with one carb and no supercharger. It would run for so long and then it would shut off. So, but like I say, hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one. Adios.